Before we talk, hit that like button to help spread the science. Also subscribe. Now let's talk science. Whenever I'm testing the waters to see how cerebral a fighter is, it usually is a focus on the smaller moments and kind of manipulation, seeing how they bring their opponent into their game. And that's what Mason is doing right here. He's kind of on the front foot slightly early on, but he wants LeBron to come to him, and you see him feinting, trying to draw out reactions. And then when he does this, he pauses for a little while in a static high guard. Then you see LeBron approaching him. I don't know if it's pronounced different, but I'm just gonna say LeBron. And as he does, you can tell that's what Mason wants, because he immediately responds with offense. So his goal right now is to pull LeBron towards him. Early on in the fight, he's throwing more of a traditional jab, but he adjusts the angle of that jab pretty fast. So you can see his palm is facing more down there, which means that you could turn it over, get more power, more snap. But it also means that if the guard is tighter, it won't be able to fit in as well. And since his opponent's guard is tightening, he does adjust the angle of his jab to where his palm is more facing sideways. So it's more of a vertical up jab, which makes it easier to slide through a tighter guard. Once he establishes the threat of a jab, he can use that feint to bring the guard up, and he can target down low with the cross. That's what he's doing. A couple of things. For one, you see why Mason wants him to come forward, or more accurately, follow him. When Mason is leading the dance, he controls when the action begins, so he can stop suddenly, like how he does right here, and attack while LeBron is still in following mode and not transitioning the defense in a timely fashion. And the second thing is, he's starting to vary up those combos a little bit. He feints with the jab, and now he's coming around the guard with hooks. So he's starting to build more and more as the round progresses. Now, there were signs of this adjustment in the first round but now in the second round is where we really get to see it make an impact. So LeBron is dealing with that cross to the body he sees the level change in Mason, and he level changes, drops his guard, pulls those elbows down to try and catch that cross from targeting his body. Now, the adjustment for Mason is to slightly lower levels. He doesn't really drop all the way down like he's throwing across, but he drops just enough to make LeBron think that he could be throwing that. And you see LeBron curl down into that position he was in just a few seconds ago, and instead of across to the body, it's an uppercut up the middle. So he adjusted to that defensive adjustment of LeBron. As the fight is evolving, his shot selection is evolving with it. And what makes his combos good, obviously you have the uppercut there, very similar to the uppercut we just saw LeBron ducking in, probably trying to get underneath shots or counter body shots. It could be defending both, but regardless, the uppercut shuts that down. And then he's hooking around the guard, and then he's hooking again with that same arm. So his combos are great because they're not just punches in quick succession, they're punches that build off of each other. One shot attacks the guard up the center, so the guard goes to the center, and then the other shot follows up, goes around the side. So he's creating openings and puncturing holes in the defense. Left uppercut to the body, right hook around the guard, and he's been throwing that combo a lot, so it's not really anything special. But now he's following up more with successive lead hooks, and they throw off the adjustment process because most combos jump from left to right, left to right, left to right, and it's repetitive. And anything with repetition makes it easier to predict and therefore easier to defend. So by mixing in those right hooks one after another to the body, to the head, so on and so forth, and he follows up with a left uppercut there, it's overwhelming the defensive adjustments that LeBron could possibly make, and it's making it more difficult for him to properly defend himself. What makes his offense so dangerous too, it's not just the shot selection and the guard manipulation, the uppercut up the middle, that doesn't do too much damage, but it gets him ducking. It's also the accuracy. That right hook looks grazing, but from another angle you can tell that it lands kind of on the temple, and then we're gonna see it land on the temple again when he drops him for another time. But then this shot lands on the ear. These shots are just so clean, landing on the right spots, and that's why his legs give out the way they do, landing on the ear and the temple. Precision, accuracy, temple shot, landing right on the temple, landing there again and again and again, and his legs just give out. One other little small thing, using the probe to kind of distract and also measure, but it kind of throws off LeBron. You see him kind of like open his guard and just like stare, and it throws him off his game, and he lands the up jab up the middle, just a powerful shot. As far as offense goes, he's a monster for his age, and we'll have to see him get tested in order to really answer questions about his defense. But looking forward to his future, and I know a lot of y'all are too. That is all, Fight Scientists. I'm out.